Hi there, I'm Nathan Lane, and I'm here talking to Playbill about Pictures from Home. Don't miss it.
Pictures from Home is about the actual photographer named Larry Sultan, who was an actual person who did this incredible project called Pictures from Home. It's a picture book where he, for 8 years, went down. He lived in San Francisco, and he went down to the San Fernando Valley in California to photograph his parents. But it wasn't just photographing his parents. He also put down a tape recorder, and he got their oral history as well. And he kept delving and delving because he knew there was something to find in his relationship with his parents.
It was a 10-year saga in which he obsessively photographed and researched his parents, who were usually willing participants. A deeply invasive process, and it is about that process. And within that process, it really encompasses ownership of image, who gets to own the family narrative, this sort of struggle between Larry and his father Irv about the family story, which it becomes very Freudian ultimately.
It's, to me, it's astonishing that they allowed this to go on to be the subject, his subjects for this project for close to a decade. And the play, which is not a straightforward naturalistic play, it's a memory play, takes place in a big empty room, and then it sort of comes to life, and the three characters talk to the audience directly throughout the play, and they all have very strong points of view about what was happening and when it happened and why it happened, and their feelings about it are very strong, and they reference the real photos in the play. They're used. They're another character in the play.
And that is, I think, about art that we don't know why he does it. And yet, he's created the most gorgeous, fascinating stories. And I mean, we could all say this about any family, you know, but it's an artist who has created something. And that's the mystery about art. How do they do it?
I think they'll be pleasantly surprised by the depth of how it connects to the very questions they're asking themselves all the time. Because you can answer it on this larger level I'm talking about, like who are we? How do we represent? Or how do families psychologically make sense of their own pasts, of where they are in their families? And also it's really funny and really recognizable without making it feel like, oh, I have to do something. It's a really great, extraordinary experience of a piece of theater in the best possible way, I hope.
I think there would be so many pictures in my visual memoir that it wouldn't fit in this gallery. I've led such an amazing life, and the highs have been as high as you can imagine, and the lows have been as low as you can imagine, which have been very difficult, but also I've been very, very lucky at the same time. And ultimately, I think that visual collage would be beautiful and very moving to whoever saw it.
I mean, it would probably be, you know, the memoir of my life would be an empty stage with like a dog going across it, you know, or something really weird. I would do something weird and something, or, you know, or like, I wouldn't do the ghost light because that'd be too obvious, but maybe like, you know, like sand would like start to drop in like different streams and then cover the whole thing in sand. It would all be covered up and then we'd be done.
Beautiful. No, edgy.
I think, well, I'd like black and white. Black and white photos. And it would probably be highly theatrical. Because I can't, when anybody asks me what year, what you were doing in such and such a year, I always go to, I don't know, what show was I doing? So it'd probably be a history, more of a history of my time in the theater. We'll just call it character actor.